popular. I haven't paid too much attention. I assume since Omnath came out, but maybe not. Um, it's sort of always been a deck in Pioneer where you can play with Sylvan Awakening and Ascendency. It just wasn't very popular. So Iteration and Omnath are probably the biggest pickups for it. But it's just one of the many delve decks. Your main goal is to make Caryatids, mostly Sylvan Awakening. This is your sort of Splinter Twin where you make all your lands into 2/2s, and then they make a bunch of mana with Ascendancy, and then you kill them with those 2/2s after they get bumped a bunch. So this is mostly a net deck. I'm trying one Commune with the Gods. Finds Chain of the Rocks, Ascendancy, Omnath, and then it's Caryatid and enables Treasure Cruise. So nothing too spicy. And then just some like post board cards for grinding matchups, Graveyard Hate, counter spells, stuff like that. Alright, so I guess. That wasn't too bad. Alright, what is this hand? No companion. Typically it's the Citadel deck. So this is like a removal spell and a bunch of cantrips. It's probably not that bad. The problem is I have to fetch. I fetch White Source and then I can't play Iteration for a while. Maybe that doesn't matter. This hand's maybe bad versus Niv, but Niv's slow, so I'll try it on the play. I think I'm going to lead on the Triumph. If they're an Elvish Mystic deck, I guess I get punished. So maybe I'm just supposed to get the plains. Sounds definitely awkward. The mulligans. Since they might be the Citadel deck, I'll just keep up my option. Right, well, they didn't have Elf, but I assume turn on Force means they're an Elf deck, so get my plains anyway. Okay, that's not what I expected. So I could opt. Gross Barrel doesn't do that much, I don't think. If I get a tap land, I guess I want to opt now. I think I want that. So just adventures, probably Omnath. Okay, you're ramping. I don't know if they're gonna have much interaction game one for what I'm doing. Brazen Bar, we're bouncing. The enchantment's actually pretty good, but if they don't have that, I think we'll be chilling. Huh, okay. Guess I'm killing this thing. I don't know. Do I want more Chain of the Rocks? I could just Chain Caryatid and play the Foundry. I don't really want... I think all the mana is appealing, so we'll do... Doesn't matter the order. As long as this is in the middle. They're Brazen Borrowing now. I'd be okay with that. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I forgot this card existed. Well, this should do a very good job of making it so I can't kill them easily. Presumably. I don't really know what they're going to get. Maybe just like Wear Tear. Something like that. Sure. I'm gonna beat that. It's not really that big of a deal. Mystical Dispute. Alright, so 1 mana counter spell and then just an annoying artifact. Alright. Just shock. I don't want to. Okay, so I can play this stupid Ascendency through the Dispute, and I don't need to play that many spells to kill them with this, so... But maybe I have more stuff to get. Yeah, I have no idea. I assume they were playing Omnath, but it doesn't look like it. Playing against game 1 Damping Sphere and the other thing's kind of annoying though. So this thing's big. What does this even do for them? Like, what do I not understand that's going on with this card? Like, is there some card that's gonna make me be like, oh shit? I'm just gonna assume that they're using this to ramp? I don't really know. I don't think I could try to get the companion, but I don't think I need to go for it yet. I'll just keep using my mana. This is kind of pathetic because my deck just like... I've just done nothing. Even if they didn't... I mean, they're also doing nothing. Feels like against most decks I would have just lost by now. How much damage is this going to be? I can always blow this up if I make... Or they can bounce it, I guess. No, they can't. That's not how Brazen Bar works. Alright, so they're just going to have giant things. I mean, it's been like redraws, right? Like, it's not that bad if you're not. Like, I don't know what this thing's doing, but iteration I think is fine. Just finds more adventures anyway. Okay, I can find Ascendency. So we know they have a mystical dispute, which is why I did that, even though it looks like shit. Okay, so maybe we can kill next turn. Probably. So this is 6 mana and this is 4 mana. So I need to have 11-ish, right? So we're at 8, 10, 11. But then I need to find more spells, so it kind of depends. So what is this? Just a value card or some shit? It's like, I don't think this card is as bad. Like, obviously your opponent plays a card that no one's played before and you're like, haha, this person's an idiot. I think this card's kind of strong, but I think it's difficult to find a deck that actually wants it, because you have to want all the lands. Like, a card like this is going to fall off if you don't actually care about the lands. And I don't know if it's the case that their deck cares a bunch about the lands, so it's kind of weird. I get it, like, their creatures are also spells, but... Okay, do I have a land drop? So this is probably like Tormod's Crypt. Got a silver one. Okay. So can they get anything else? I wasn't paying attention. I thought they played a land. So even if I get Tormod's Crypt, it doesn't necessarily mean things are just over. They've done a lot of nothing. We've both done a lot of nothing. Back to nature, okay. Do they have a crypt? Ugin, okay. So that's annoying. That's... So they have 2 blockers, and yeah. So it just depends what we draw. I think I have exactly enough. Or no, actually, yeah, no, I don't have enough. I lost, I think. Or no, I didn't lose, but I can't win this turn is what I meant to say. Because I don't know why I was thinking this Chain of Docs was going to be cheap. Or no, I'm fine, because I get the untap here. So I think I have exactly enough, right? So this is 3 mana, this is 4 mana. This untaps 2 mana. So this is effectively 2 mana. So the third spell I play is going to cost 2 more. So I need... I think I need exactly 11, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2, 5, 5, 3, 11. So it's still 11. And I have 11. Right? 10, 11. No, but they have fucking mystical dispute, you idiot. That only works if they don't... Right? See, it's way too much. So this is... My brain is too tiny for all the stupid shit going on. Why am I getting game 1 Dampen Sphered? Okay. I play Ascendency and pay for Dispute. I cast Awakening for 4 mana, and then I get the untaps. I have lethal, right? I feel like I thought about this the right way, and then I tripped over my thoughts and thought I couldn't kill them. So 6 here. After I pay for Dispute. I have 5. I spend 4 here. I have 1, 3. This costs 3. I pump my board, I attack. So I could... Is that not lethal? They have block. I don't care. Jesus. Sorry. I just wanted to make sure I did the math right the first time, and then I tricked myself into thinking that I missed a step. But cool. Alright, that was really annoying. On the bright side, I don't necessarily get the feeling that things are going to get worse after board, because, like, they already have all this stupid hate that we were able to win through. So, if they don't play the Clover on turn 2... Their deck's kind of just like a mopey standard deck. Do I want Wear Tear? I don't even know what I would actually want here. Does Wear Tear kill anything else? So they're just Teamer. They had an Ugin in their sideboard. They had a Damping Sphere in their sideboard. They have a Mystical Dispute that they could tutor. Maybe they'll just have some straight up actual counters. Do I even want Gust? If they have the Clover, everything's going to fork. If they don't have the stupid artifact, then these cards will be good. I think. Tracker versus a Bone Crusher deck isn't necessarily great. I could potentially see Escape, but if they're gonna have counter spells, it's not very good. Such a weird matchup. Yeah, like Dispute. Fuck. Like, I kind of don't want to overboard. Chain of the Rocks doesn't seem necessary, but it's not terrible. Guess I'm just gonna board in a few interactive spells. See what they actually end up doing. Alright, so we have this to kill the artifact, which is pretty good. I think this hand's probably cute. The artifact seems like their most important card. Okay, that's gonna draw them a million lands. It's okay though, I think. I think I'm just trading 1 for 1 here. So what is this doing? This is just drawing a card and giving them another land. Maybe I don't care. I just want to use my mana though. So blue, white, red. I'm basically counting an anticipate here. I think because it's just irrelevant that they're getting the lands, but. Alright, so that's their mystical dispute, which kind of sucks for me. I think I'm supposed to jam this into it though. And then hope that the Omnath is good. So this is one of the problems with this deck. My opponent's probably just going to beat me if they have 4 mystical disputes in their sideboard. I think every single opponent that I play that has 4 mystical disputes in their sideboard will beat me because all of my important cards are blue. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to beat all 1 mana hard counters. Like, if the plan is just hope to, like, be able to pay 3, that seems incredibly unreliable. So this gets a hate card, I guess. Could have waited. Resolving Omnath is pretty appealing, though. So we draw a land. And I didn't draw a land. So, we drew the wear there. They didn't have the artifact, and it's kind of just sitting here. It's okay, though. You have fairy, sure. Maybe I was supposed to top that. I don't think so, though. So what do I want to draw? Like, if I iteration into Caryatid, that's pretty appealing. Otherwise, I'm just Omnath and it's getting gusted, which is also fine. They gusted this, I'm cruising. I'm at 12. Okay, no land. Yeah, these are so fucking annoying, man. I guess I'll put in all my mystical disputes. It's just gonna go so poorly for me, though. I need a Caryatid. It's like really important that I have a Caryatid on turn 2. I have to outscale these things. Okay, we get to resolve Omnath, I guess. So that's really good news. We have an answer for this stupid artifact if we want to kill it. I think I can just play this and fetch. So this is gonna be what, 3 mana? You just play Caryatid. You can leave up the Shatter, I guess, instead of cycling. Could also just add my companion. I guess I'll just add my companion. I can lead on the Shatter. I need to play a little faster, because it's possible this game goes on forever and then we need to play another game. I'm sorry for not reading your comment, my bad. Do you think iteration plus cruise can't just grind through a bunch of disputes? I think it depends, like... I think it depends on a lot of things. Like, if my opponent plays, like, an early Bone Crusher Giant or flashes in a Brazen Borrower, not necessarily, no. Like, they just played a 2-2 and some other trash, so wasn't that bad for me, but I think a lot of their draws, like, I'm functioning at sorcery speed on 3 and 4 mana, so like for my Ascendancies to resolve, it's 6 mana, and I'm still almost getting time walked, right? Because I don't get to do anything else, and Omnath's 7 mana, so that's why I was saying that it seems like having Caryatid's pretty important. But I mean, they played a 2-2 and a 1-4, so I don't think it was as bad as it could have been, for sure. So they have Ugin, which isn't really that bad. Another Passage. So do I just like go for it this turn, or can I? I have to find Ascendancy. How much damage can I just do with this? If I play this right now and then attack with all, they block this. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. They go to 6. I could just attack them with these twice. As silly as it sounds, that might be decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can Ugin me next turn. If they Ugin me, they lose. Do I get more damage? I actually get more damage, don't I? I get haste, too. Are they just dead? I forgot I had the Omnath mana. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They go to 2. I think this is just right. Okay, GG. I did not expect to win a game like that, but yeah, the card is text, right? Like, they printed it because of that. That's why this card was made, is so people did that. Well, I mean, that's definitely fucking brownie points, right? Like, the fact that you can do that, and that's kind of relevant, is very interesting. I at no point considered that I was just going to make a bunch of mana with Omnath and then kill my opponents with 2/2 some of the time. But that's one of the funny things about this deck with Ascendancy is like some of the old Ascendancy decks would they would fling their Caryatid after making it really big or weird stuff like that. But this one, you just play like one spell. You just cast this and play one spell and they just instantly die. So you don't actually need to have a bunch of cheap cards. What a weird match. It just felt like my opponent was playing a standard deck. It was cool. Like, they Damping Sphered me both games, but I don't even think Damping Sphere is that good because it's so, like, you can make so much mana. I'm pretty sure my opponent's deck, like, if I was going to build a deck like that, I would try to just have white. You could play Omnath, you could play Giant Killer, and then you get way better options for your fairies to tutor. So, like, you can get the 1-mana enchantment that just says you can only play 1 non-creature spell a turn. You get Rest in Peace. You can get Silence. There's plenty of stuff you can get. So, I think if you want to play like a Lucky Clover deck, you should probably have white. But maybe they just didn't want to spend whatever, the 160 tickets or however much. That's like 40 tickets now, I think. They're really expensive. I think I'm supposed to keep this. So, I can fetch. This is awkward because I want to cycle the Triumph. I guess I'm just gonna play the Triumph. See what I draw. They're on the play. I kept the Foundry because there's a chance that, like, I find a different land and I just want to cycle this because I just don't have anything going on. Like, this is like the card Splinter Twin, right? Like, it just doesn't have text until you have a Pestermite. Alright, we're about to get smushed. On the draw versus Ensoul is pretty rough. I probably have to have a good hand if I'm on the draw. Like, I have to have, like, Chain of the Rocks, Sylvan Curated. Oh, yeah, no Companion. I didn't notice that. Okay, so this is, like, a weird mono blue version. But, yeah, I mean, like, look at their draw. I'm just dead. I played a tap land, and they're just gonna smush me. It's not that much damage. It depends what their next play is, I suppose. Yeah, it's a curated off curve. Probably shouldn't. Probably still not the worst. This thing means I'm gonna get close and die probably, but maybe Omnath carries. The carry state's actually pretty relevant because I'm gonna get the life gain here, so if they don't have a way to kill this or counter it and gain me 8 life, which is a really big deal. Why is this not attacking? Springleaf Drum? I guess it's Springleaf Drum and a second Overseer? But that wouldn't make sense. What the fuck is this? Metallic Rebuke. Okay, they're Metallic Rebuke. I'm still playing it. Jesus. Okay. Blue, white, red, green. Well, I mean, maybe I just gain a bunch of life. It buys me some time. This is a sorcery. Ah, yeah. Okay, fuck. Yeah, this deck's been kind of embarrassing so far. I mean, I know we 2-0'd our first game, but, like, it feels like it's sort of awful at mulliganing, which maybe isn't true. Maybe it's just the way it feels, but, like, these hands just, like, look at my cards. They're so bad. Like, what my opponent's doing is not even particularly impressive. Like, they had a good draw for what they want to accomplish. Like, they played 1 into 0 and Overseer with Counterspell, but, like, I don't know. Still kind of embarrassing. They kill me. I mean, I'm just dead, right? Because this thing. Get a 5/5. So I have to block. The block, and then do I have an out? Until your next turn. I'm just dead, right? 3 Steel Overseers is a lot of Steel Overseers to not be. Like, if you don't kill this card is completely insane. Double Hope's pretty rough, too. Oh, what's up? Thank you for the host. I was actually watching you earlier. I see your name in the Winota 5-Os all the time. I appreciate the raid. Thank you. Nobody knows I'm a dog. I know. I always knew. All right, I'm dead. Hope you had a good stream, though. Thank you. What is up, everybody? Just got smushed by Steel Overseers. All right, we got a Wear Tear, Radiant Flames. So I think that this is like a mono blue. It's just like the traditional in Soul decks, but I think this one's mono blue and just has like 4 mana cards basically. I don't really know what they're gonna board in versus me. It could be Dampening Sphere. Wear Tear is great. I think I need the Radiant Flames. And then I don't really know if these other cards have text. Right on. Yeah, this is just like a meta deck. No, I do a lot of brewing, but I was pretty uninspired, and last stream I got smushed. What did I play? I played a Mardu Winota deck with, I think that was last stream, with like Wasteland Strangler and a bunch of ingest stuff with like Skyclave Apparition and Spellbinder and Brain Maggot and Kitesail Freebooter. That one didn't go too well. I think we went 2-3 with that, and then I played another deck and we just got annihilated. I think I played a Just Guy Prowess deck that we also got annihilated with. So I was like, yeah, I'll try a meta deck. We'll try to earn some tickets or some chests back. Okay. So Cage doesn't do anything versus me. I want all my Chain of the Rocks, so I'm going to keep the Commune. Omnath seems important. I don't really know what I'm supposed to trim on. Like, there's a chance they have, like, Claws or some sort of Graveyard Hate, stuff like that. Yeah, Agent of Treachery is sweet. I remember a long time ago, I played a deck. It was 4 Agent of Treachery, 4 Winotas, and, I don't think, I need a sideboard, sorry. I'm just clicking on random cards, fuck it. I think I just want to be more controlling. But it was 4 Agent of Treachery, 4 Winota, and then all token cards and Indomitable Creativity. So you would just you would just polymorph your guy, and if you didn't get an agent, you'd get a Winota, and then your tokens would attack, and then you'd hope to get more agents. It was nonsense, but it was sweet. There's so many different ways to build Winota. So every time I try, I fail. I know like the Naya version is the most stock. This is a lot of redraws. I guess I keep. I don't know. Doesn't have my important cards. I kind of want a mulligan, actually. Maybe it's incorrect, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, this hand's fucking great. Oh, well. Okay, well, this is all my good cards, and it's 1 land. I'm going to keep it. Feels really bad to mulligan Cruise and Commune when I'm on a Mold to 5. But this doesn't find a land, so... This is sad. This is a sad time. Okay, I think I'm just not supposed to fetch. I think. Like I'm supposed to wait to see. Okay. So I guess I'm getting... This is rough. So they have Overseer. So this is going to outgrow the... No, it's not. think I'm just going to get a blue-red land. It's kind of greedy, but I really want to get to my... like, I'm on a mold of 5. I want this Radiant Flames to be good. They could have a counterspell. My other line is get a white source now. Chain this. And then I have Wear Tear left. And I have to wait most of my lands, except for Temple Garden, make it so I can cast this. I think I want to greed. I don't know. Like, they're going to have a bunch of counter spells, right? It's a post-board game. Maybe I just played safe. This is a weird spot. I'm going to get plains. I don't know. It's right. Went from a close mulligan to, like, a really awkward 5. So I'm definitely not getting the most out of my cards this way. It's a little bit safer. It buys me more time, and I can just hope to climb back into the game with stuff like Iteration. Sure. Fuck my life, dude. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's kind of annoying, but that's fine. It felt bad, but whatever. Play a dude. Or just leave up Stub? Spell Pierce? I think I'm just mopping this up. We're back at the spot where, like, I don't want to get countered. If they have Spell Pierce or something, that's fine. Even if they counter this, it's not that bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I could have done a bunch of stuff differently this game. This is a tricky one. Alright. So this is going to draw a card and then make everything 5/5s at some point. I'll probably just kill it. So I'm going to let them have their Overseer. I'm going to iterate. Okay, am I more worried about a Steel Overseer when I have Omnath or a random card? What would the random card be? I don't want this to get countered. It just keeps going back to that. That's going to be a problem. What's up, TJ? Thank you for the sub. Ooh, that's a heater. Are they tapped out too? Alright, so it's 2. Oh my god. Fuck! God damn it! Oh man. Oh darn. Oh darn. God damn it! This fucking Triumph tricked me. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, we're learning. I think I still do this now. Thank God I have a fucking forest in my deck. So bad. So I miss out on 4 life, or 8 life. I mean, Omnath should just farm them though, right? Like, if they can't immediately answer it. Sure, I don't care. It's okay, we just play like shit and we play with expensive broken cards, right? Okay. That's bad. I expect them to play their entire hand like that. Alright, so Let's not tap our fucking green mana. God, my punt's gonna cost me, obviously. So I'm giving up red mana. No, I have the green, so. Seems important. I don't know how much time that's actually gonna buy me, but. Okay, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. I have 22 life though. And they have side to redraw for counter spells. Okay, how much is this? So this is 615. Does it matter if I block now or later? I think I just had to kill them, right? It adds a card to the yard, but I lose a mana, so I think we're probably just dead. So this effectively costs 1. Either way. So I block here, it's 6. 6 and 6, 12. I'll be at 11. So if I find a passage. I don't think I was supposed to chain the serpent. Maybe I was. So I can play this Omnath and go to... So I'm tapping this. This is 15, so I go to 15, and then I die. Get more mana here. So that's a bunch of life. This is still 15. It's not a bunch of life, it's 4 life. Okay. And this is at least impressive, even if I'm dead. Like, I've been churning through so much shit. Okay. That deals 2 to everything. This also can gain me life. I have island in my deck. So I have to kill my Caryatid. I guess it isn't relevant. So I can what? No, I can do double green and then not. So double green red, I don't have this. This is 9. This is 10. How could I die? I think I want to keep the Caryatid. This for life gain. Don't get the growth spiral. Okay, how can they just get one singular point? I want to attack. But how do they get 1 point of damage here? I don't know. Or this, yeah. I think I'm going to attack to make it so it's more likely that I can just kill them with this. I have no idea what's going to add 1 power. Ginger Brute. Okay, I could, yeah, that was bad. That was horrible. Alright, if they drew Ginger Brute, I would have died. Whereas I could have blocked this eye. So I should not have done that. But maybe I can just kill them now with this. What the hell is this? Okay, this probably doesn't do it, right? So 1... Fucking clock. Alright, I have to play fast. So 1... So 3... 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they take 12. So they're dead. Assuming they have nothing. It's +2, isn't it? Block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, they have no cards. I spent so much time in that game, but we got the win, so maybe it was worth. Okay, so that was game 1. They have main deck Spell Pierce. They have Sigh. That was game 2. Jesus Christ. Okay, well then we're fine. Alright, my bad. Whew. I'm all here, I promise. Okay, so I did a speed sideboard because I was wasting time talking about my garbage decks. That was game 2. So they showed me Spell Pierced. I don't remember if they showed me a Gust. So this kills Sigh, Antiquities of War. Do I want all these? It's just... It's kind of mopey. I don't hate having one. Didn't show me any graveyard hate. But I can still see them having like Scrabbling Claws or Soul Guide Lantern. I think this is just better than that, especially if I'm playing catch up. So, yeah, their enchantment I'm not that worried about, I don't think. Maybe I should respect it more, but it's just really slow. So it's like turn 4 you play it, and then turn 6 you kill them. So I'm not gonna do the disputes. I think that I should, if I had their deck list memorized, or if I was looking at their deck list, it'd probably be easier to decide. But that was a mold of 5, wasn't it? I think this is a keep. It's awkward to start on Forest Island with Wear Tear, but I think it's good. If they Ensoul, maybe I just want to Shatter. Do I just want to Shatter now anyway? Kind of. It slows them down so much. I have to find the green source, but hopefully I can opt into an untapped one. It's a funny line. Yeah, the mana is tricky. Alright, that might run well with the game. I couldn't really leave up dispute, but now I kind of just have to kill them through whatever they have. Never mind. That was a really good draw. So still no green mana. We are at 18. Sure. think at the bottom, obviously. God damn it, dude. These fucking fielder runs. It just mana screws me so hard. It's so random. Oh. Why is this getting animated? Are they not killing this? It doesn't. I guess it doesn't mana screw me completely, but. Okay, so this is just. What is it? This is. Why did that happen? Like, this literally did nothing. It dealt a point of damage. I'm so confused. They can't kill it, Will. You fucking more. Alright, we figured it out. No one say anything. Don't talk to me. They can't kill it. It's a basic land. We're learning. Alright? Just. Okay, I think we're in a fine spot. Alright, what do I want to do? They have 4 cards. Obviously, they could have counterspell. So, what if I lead on this? I have blue here. I could just carry it to. It's 3. Could start with Cruise. I don't want this to get Mystical Disputed. I think I'm just going to Growth Spiral, actually. I could just Growth Spiral Giganta. I could also just carry it to. Damn it. God, I'm just punting. It's fine. Okay, now what do I want to do? I think I still just carry it to. I don't know how relevant the Giganta is. So I can play into Dispute just for mana efficiency's sake because I awkwardly shocked. That seems really bad. Taking 2 here is not ideal. So they probably know that I don't have another basic. It's fucking bugged, dude. Jesus Christ. Yep, you have Ornithopter. I mean, they just, like, think I have a spell, I guess, so I should probably keep that in mind. I don't know what they would think I have. I guess maybe Wear Tear. I could have cycled, I guess. Could be Negate. Okay, that's pressure. This is Mystical Dispute / Rebuke. Can play around both of them. Spell Pierce. So I should be able to get this into play. I don't know if they're going to be able to answer it or not. It's a good card. Can I kill them? Well, now I can. Right? All right, GG. Woof. I don't even know, like, I wouldn't even say this deck's that hard to play. I don't know what that was. I think my missteps were huge. Like, my decisions the second game apparently worked out. Obviously, it's easy to say when you won. I think they were reasonable. Just the fact that they're, like, mono blue artifacts. It's kind of scary. I really don't want them to have Steel Overseer and then untap with a bunch of mana. I think this hand is great. So we'll keep. Seems like you really, really want to have one of these 7. Luris, I don't think that. I'm keeping his hand versus Luris deck almost no matter which one, if it's Burn or Arcanist or Ensoul. Those. Probably this. Alright, 1 second. Tap land. Yep. So I assume this matchup's pretty good. I don't know what they're gonna have after board. That card's definitely a problem. I can just dig for a Chain in the Rocks, I guess. Alright, it's just gonna come down to me top decking iterations and cruises, which is part of why I said I thought that, why I made the point that I thought this matchup's probably pretty good. You have 4 treasure cruises, you have 4 iterations. Obviously you can just like draw your bad cards and die, but they can't deal with an Ascendancy game 1. There's a lot to be optimistic about. Their draw looks pretty strong though. I mean, that being said, they played a tap land on turn 2, didn't they? So like, whatever. I mean, they had solid mills off this. I think their draw was good. I think these Arcanist decks can beat anything, so. They're certainly not cold to this matchup, but I would say it seems like we should be favored. They took the Awakening? Huh. I didn't really expect that. Now they just have, like, nothing. Do I opt now? I think I'm just going to add Giganta. And then if they double thought sees me, I guess that's annoying. I don't know what their last card is. Like, Thoughtseize is probably the worst case, but sure. Oh, wait, I F6'd? Oh my god. That's not what I meant to do. Whatever. Fuck me. It's fine. Dude. I can't believe I just F6 that. Okay. Was that an Urborg? I could have just not fetched. Whatever. It's all good. We're making mistakes, and that's fine. I don't give a fuck. Giving them more time to draw, like, Village Rites or whatever is very bad, though. Village Rites is just gonna fucking own if they top deck it. Yeah. Okay, it looks like they just missed. Didn't have 6. Very good. Oh, wait. I forgot this thing could tap for mana. I forgot that. Yeah, this is very relevant. Jesus. This is a very good Ketria. Holy shit. Yeah, this is nasty. Okay, note to self, Giganta is superb in this deck. That's really funny. Okay. Alright, grindy cards. I don't think I want Gust. It's okay versus Croxa. They can obviously just shatter my cage, but they might even take out Kolaghan's Command, I'm not sure. Radiant Flame's just like okay. So what are they gonna board in? They're gonna board in that card that kills enchantments, maybe, and then a bunch of duresses, go blanks. It'd be really funny to board in Veto to counter go blank. I don't think it's that bad, but like having negate versus Arcanist and Croxa and stuff is awful. Countering Village Rites is actually pretty good, though. Or at least decent. It's not good. I don't think I'm going to put it in. We're just going to have all the grindy cards in the cages. No, what in the world do I want to board out? I actually don't know how important Caryatid is. It's obviously just a great card. Could take out Awakening. Doesn't seem like they're fast enough that I necessarily need this. Just have more grindy cantripy stuff. I just don't know. I don't know what else to board out. Like Omnath, I think I'd leave in all my Omnaths. I think I'd leave in all my cruises. I think I'd leave in all my iterations, and then Opt. I could trim on Opt, but like I said, they're not that fast, and I want to be able to chain Arcanists. So I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try this. Maybe Gust is good. Maybe I'm supposed to board in Gust. This isn't perfect. I'm gonna keep. We're on the draw. We have a lot of lands. We have a companion. I really wish one of these was a cycling land. I don't really want a mulligan versus a Thoughtseize deck anyway, so. I don't think they're going to have LD. I think it's just going to be enchantment removal. Can answer like a pyromancer or something here. So this is gone, and my hand's pretty shit. But I think this matchup is just going to come down to top decks anyway, so. If they go blank me, I'm just going to discard Stomping Ground Mountain, I think. Okay, well this looks like a Village Rites. What else do I do, though? Could add Gigante here. The problem is if they have a Village Rites and like... It's just 1,000,000% Village Rites. I think I'm still supposed to play the Chain of the Rocks. Am I supposed to worry about... I don't know. So white, blue. There's just a lot of things that can have it's bad for me if I wait anyway. They know about this one, right? Okay. What a good draw. I want to try their deck. I don't know if it's good or not, because like it seemed like they had a really good draw and then they just did nothing and died. But it can do some really powerful stuff. That was a great draw. So I have 4 other cards. So what, next turn I can red, blue, green, white. I can Omnath, fetch, escape. That's sad, but not the end of the world. We still have a decent hand. This is gone, right? It has to be. There's no way they're letting me keep this. Can we go blank and they're hoping I don't draw a land? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Well, then there's no reason for them to tank if they have double Thoughtseize. Okay, well, I'm going to lose to the card Croxa, probably, but we'll have a 5/5 hanging out, and I can top deck, right? Draw Cage, too. Change it up. All right. I'm attacking. Was I supposed to do this? It deals like, what, 4 points of damage or some shit? Another village rights? Holy shit. Alright. Opponents just like danced on me the whole fucking game, dude. I had that glimmer of hope, and then they just did it all. It wasn't even a glimmer of hope. I was like, I'm going to win. I was so certain I was going to win, and then they had the claim Arcanist Thoughtseize. It's pretty brutal. Sure. Have they shown me Kolaghan's command? I'm not gonna fetch. Assume I'm dead? I don't know. It just Crocs, I'm not dead, right? Okay. I can't win, right? I didn't really think about the fact I had to draw. I had to draw a cantrip, and even then, probably wouldn't have been good enough. Okay, well, we just got dissected. GG. Anything change? Get out of the Radiant Flames. I guess they kill Arcanist. They clean up the Pyromancer tokens. I'm not sure if that's what I'm worried about. Could be good. I don't like the fact that they kill Stitcher suppliers that are just sitting there that I don't want to kill. And I don't have to kill otherwise. So, just run it back. I think my sideboard plan's at least decent for someone who has no clue what they're doing. If I play Forest and I find Jeskai Ascendancy and want to play it, I'm not going to be able to cast it on 3. Okay, I got nothing. I got a cage and nothing. What are you going to do, eh? Probably dead. That's a heater. That's a fucking heater. Getting my clues now. I don't give a fuck. Good island? Okay. Doesn't mean I win the game, but this lets me I get a lot out of this. For sure. It's probably gonna die. But. It's a big card. Sure, I lose my Chain of the Rocks, so their Crocs is gonna be all in my shit. I have no idea what they're thinking about. They have another Colgan's command. Okay. I'm getting go blanked. It's fine with me. Oh, it's Colgan's command. Yeah. Okay. Now they're go blanking me. They're just letting me keep my fucking tracker? That's wild. What? Seems awful. I'm supposed to block? I don't think so. Find a land. I'm gonna opt if I don't find a land here, I guess. I just want to land. That's really depressing. Because now they just kill this and then dress me. I really wanted another clue. I don't think they're gonna have shocks in their deck. I guess they could just have another Colgan's command. I'm blocking though. That sucked. I had a lot of looks at a land. Maybe not a lot, but I had enough. It's probably pretty favorite to hit one. And there's just so much downside if I hit spell. Also use my mana a little bit worse because I'm not... Okay, yeah, they just had the nuts. Not much you can do, right? I need to just top deck out of it. They have lures though, so I lose. So I have to draw basically iteration, right? I could sandbag this, but I don't want to discard it to Crocs if I'm taking the damage anyway. I have to draw iteration or escape to the wilds. Unfortunate game. I'm kind of surprised they left so many Colgan's command in their deck. It actually seems very bad versus me. Like it's like almost just, it's so slow and it's just like this grindy thing that doesn't seem particularly effective compared to their other cards. But maybe they just know that I have Cage. I just get duressed, right? If I was them, I would attack and duress, I think. Adlerus. What spell would I not play? Maybe they don't duress. Maybe I could have not Chain of the Rocks. I still think this matchup's good. I think I just like wasn't the person who was able to, like, I think even though the last game didn't look close, I think it was incredibly close. Like if my opponent missed a beat, they would have just lost by a lot. It's a third Colgan's command? Bro, you're insane. Why do you have so many fucking Kolaghan's commands? I've already drawn, so this is just milling me one, which I think is worth doing since I have Treasure Cruise. I don't want to fucking mill exactly Treasure Cruise. That's just unlucky, but it is correct to mill myself because I earn a mana, and it's a random card. It could be the bottom card of my deck. It's not different. That's very unfortunate, but it's the correct play, so I can't beat myself up for that. Alright, I go to 5. I don't think I can win. Maybe if I draw Iteration and Chain of the Rocks, and yeah, if I draw Iteration's just the nuts. I need another Chain of the Rocks, though. Oh, this doesn't literally kill me, right? I go to 1. Doesn't get trample, right? Okay. Well, that's not it. It could be it, I guess, but it has to be double Chain of the Rocks, double untap Light Source. So good 1. This is close. Their hand was just so superb. Close games for sure. I think this matchup's good. Like I said before, I think it's obviously losable. I think anyone can lose to Dreadhorde Arcanist because they just have a draw that's unbeatable that involves playing Thoughtseize into Dreadhorde Arcanist. But I still think that matchup's good. So I'm definitely not gonna, even though we lost that, I'm not gonna count it as a strike against the deck. Like these cards are just so absurdly good versus what they're trying to accomplish. I also have this Commune with the Gods that I think is another card that's gonna make that matchup even better. Even Chain of the Rocks should be good. I don't know why they had so many fucking Kolaghan's Command. Like, if you look at my deck's configuration, like, what are you doing with Kolaghan's Command? Pick up a guy, make you discard one? I guess that's your plan. But GG's. Also, we even have sideboard cards that look good. Like Tracker, Escape. Like, you could have another one. Cage. Cage is awesome if they don't have a million Kolaghan's Commands. But I think those are a super close match, and I think things went well for them. I don't think things went poorly for me by any stretch, but I could have had some better top decks, I guess, along the way. Okay, it's a 25 land deck. I've had a lot of 1-landers, but that's fine. I don't think this is a 1-lander that's a keep. I think I can just mulligan this. Double Cruise and Awakening's pretty bad. Sand is not great. I'm going to keep it, though. So awkward. So this has to get Forest unless I draw a green source, which means I can't play Ascendancy unless I draw a colored source. This is like likely going to end up to a win at some point. I think I'm just supposed to mulligan Opt. And then like my draw steps that are lands and spells should be decent. I've chained the rocks to slow them down and carry to the block. Just have to hope they're not a Thoughtseize deck. Of course. Of course. Well, yeah. I mean, this deck doesn't seem that great at mulliganing. This person might just even have a better draw than the last one. Like if they just play an Arcanist, the game ends, right? Well, I didn't take Chain of the Rocks, so that makes me think they're not going to play an Arcanist. Taking Carriage, it's kind of weird to me. It almost makes no sense. Should've... Why the fuck would you take Carrot out of this hand? I mean, it doesn't even matter if you have more Thoughtseize. It's still just bad. Okay, whatever. Yeah, my opponents are making this deck look insanely good. And maybe it is. I think I'm getting rid of Awakening. The grindy game only works if I top deck, but I'm going to assume that I'm going to top deck very well because I cannot win the game if I do not. I think I need double white. It's more mana efficient. I think it's fine to do. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good way to get your Croxes on. Okay, well, Treasure Cruise and what's it called? Main deck Go Blank? Fuck me, I'm just dead. I can't even draw a Treasure Cruise, hey. That's a good card. I'm still just fucking unbelievably dead. That's so dirty. So, the Omnath is literally doing nothing because they're Croxing me and I'm discarding Chain of the Rocks. And then the Omnath card is getting discarded as well when they attack me. I can just discard my land and then Chain of the Rocks. I don't really see a better option. Can I have... Nah, you can't have Rest in Peace. They mill another Croxa? No, but they're gonna have Luris. Could discard Omnath. I don't think that's good. It's kind of bold. My mana. I didn't even realize it. So blue, white, red. So I just need green. I just need whatever the missing was. Urborg should be banned. So give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't give it haste. I have to draw a cantrip. I'll still die. Like, I'm gonna lose if I draw a cantrip, but that's my way to have hope. Okay, that kills me. Man. I do not think my opponent played particularly well, but... Yeah, all these cantrips do nothing. I just die. Alright, we'll run it back. At least we know what we're getting ourselves into. think I liked how I boarded. Should I have Gust? Like, Gust seems so bad versus Infinite Thoughtseize and Go Blanks. Like, it doesn't even deal with the thing, right? Like, it's reasonable, but, like... I think I'm taking out another Caryatid if I'm adding a Gust, and I think I'd rather just have the third Caryatid. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because like the way the games have played out, my opponent's deck has looked unbeatable. Like one of the best decks in the format, if not the best deck in the format. But it is just a red-black rock deck with a bunch of vulnerabilities that like straight up folds to fucking rest in peace. So I don't know. Maybe that deck's just insane. It has felt insane to play against. It has felt like I have just been getting farmed. But we'll see how these other games feel. Alright. Really want to keep 7 versus this deck. It's super important. Getting Thoughtseize is going to be sad. Not much I can do. Come on, dude. Just play fucking Supplier turn one singular time, please. We can opt main phase. I think I'm still doing it. It's a really good card to have if I don't get Thoughtseized again. What are they tanking about? It could be AFK, but I'm tanking about like Thoughtseizing me or deploying a threat. Nope. Neither. So maybe they have untap land, but they were just thinking how they wanted to go through their turn. We'll get blue, I guess. So it's these type of matchups, like you look at the Omnath and you're like, yeah, the card's just busted, but like what does it do for the deck? It does some things, like it can make a bunch of mana, but like these types of matchups, it's just so great to have a card like it. I don't know if it beats Croxa though. Croxa has been a very difficult card to play against, but I think part of that just has to do with like, I don't know how many iterations I actually got to resolve the other games. Like, just casting this first one already feels like it's done so much. Like, it seems really important. Also, like, they just end up with so many discard spells. Seems like it's hard for them to kind of pressure with some of their draws. I know Crocs, so yet. Sure. Not sure if that's correct or not. Part of I kind of didn't want them to know that I was thinking. I didn't want the jig to be up, which is part of why I just stuck the Omnath. It's possible Cruise was better, but I thought that it was close, and I didn't want to give away that I drew a card I might want to play, and then them just sack the Lantern. Even if they do, it's fine. I can just cast it for like 8 mana. But this gives it up to Duress, which is kind of bad. I'm going to discard Stomping Ground. Sure. Sure. I think I'm supposed to attack here. I discard the Triumph. Escape, I get to 5 mana. Could just Tracker Ascendency. Seems like a pretty good fucking turn. Escaping's good. I get so much upside if I hit, right? Because then I'm just double spell probably. I'm overthinking if I don't just play escape. Okay. Oh, I still get to do that. I'm an idiot. Right? My order was... No, my order's not shit. I can't win, right? Guess I'm playing a Naked Tracker. Why did I play the land from my hand? Jesus Christ. What am I doing? And in my head, I was like, I get a land drop plus the one I have, but obviously I could have played 2 here. So that was my bad. I don't think it was particularly relevant. It could have been with the Omnath, though. That's my bad. Okay. Am I supposed to have these fucking Gust, dude? I don't really want to draw Caryatid. It hasn't felt like Caryatid was an important card. Gust just seems so bad. Like, I think I would rather have Chain of the Rocks. The upside is I guess I'm not discarding. I could try this. That might make more sense. I'm just gonna do this. I don't really know. Gust is such an awkward card. Like, there's definitely going to be scenarios where they escape Croxa and I gust it, and then they can't re-escape it, and it just slows them down so much. And there's also spots where I'm just going to have Caryatid, and it's going to make me mana and block things, and that's going to be nice. Or it's going to combo with Ascendency. So, I don't know what's correct. It feels like Gust is not good enough, but I'm not really sure. I think they're just AFK, right? That's the only thing that means. Did this deck have main deck go blanks? Yeah, this one did too. Okay. This was from... I don't know what it was from. It's from some tournament. I just copy pasted it. The only thing I changed was I added a Hive and an Ingress Rampage over a Dread Boar. Because I wanted to try Rampage because there's like the Caryatid decks. And Darksteel Citadel is something that's probably pretty annoying for this deck. So it gives you an out to both of those. But, I mean, after playing this matches, like, I could see where Caryatid isn't really the important card. You know what you could... Yeah, I mean, you could really just get this deck with, like, Loxodon Smiter and Nullhide Ferox and stuff. Kind of interesting. Bro, what is going on with my computer? Why can I not... I don't know why it keeps fucking doing that. It's like there's an overlay that keeps popping up or some shit. Alright. I think I keep this. It's obviously not perfect, but if we don't get Thoughtseize, we can answer an Arcanist. And I don't want a mulligan versus their deck. I have some important cards. Alright, no Thoughtseize. It happened. Never mind. Didn't happen. Okay. I have a one-lander. Must have mulliganed a bunch. I wasn't really paying attention. Yep. Well, I only get one of these. They're both very good. I think I'm taking Commune. Maybe that was dumb. That's probably fucking really dumb, actually. Why would I do that? Playing Ascendancy next turn is appealing. It's not that good. Like, do I want to play Ascendancy over Tracker? Okay, if I'm not playing Ascendancy next turn and I'm just going to play the stupid Tracker and get the land, then it's fine. They just don't have mana. I'll take it, though. I will be thoroughly impressed if this deck can win this game after just missing all their land drops. I have so much going for me now, though. Sure. I think I'm fine with trading. I think the only bad thing here would be to offer the chump when they're not supposed to get it. They're 9. I don't think they can come back. Just do it. right, well, that was a non-game. I think that matchup is, like I said, I still think that we're favored. I think it's probably close. It seems like something where I would have to play so many games. Why is my computer fucking broken, dude? Like, what is this overlay? Does anyone know what this is? I, like, can't click on my fucking screen unless I open Task Manager. It's tilting me so hard. I just need to restart my computer or something. Oh well. Alright, let's see if we can get a 4-1. This deck, I don't know how to describe how I feel about it, because I think it seems fine. Like, it seems like a good deck, but it seems kind of clunky, I guess, is the way I would describe it. Like, this card's 3 mana and it does nothing. This card's 4 mana, 4/4 that kind of does nothing. I mean, when you have 5 mana, it does something, but if you're just casting it, it's 4 mana, 4/4, draw a card. This is 2 mana, do nothing. Treasure Cruise, it's like the king of clunkers if they have things like Go Blank and Scavenging News, stuff like that. Chain of the Rocks has been good. Opt has been great, obviously. I only had the commune the one game where it didn't matter. It looked very good, but... And then Awakening is just like a... I don't want to say a blank because I already won 2 games by just casting it and killing my opponent. This deck seems good. Like, it doesn't seem bad to me. It doesn't seem busted. I would probably have to play a lot with it. The mana's been good. I haven't really had much to complain about there. I'm sure learning how to sideboard would be helpful, but I think I've done an okay job. I don't think there's too much I would change. Like, the original list had an escape over a commune. And it makes sense if you want to, like, make the matchup, the black-red matchup, better. But I don't know if in practice it actually is good because it costs so much mana and it gives them time to Arcanist back stuff, like Thoughtseize, and Crocs at you. So I think commune might just be better anyway if you're trying to... This hand has a lot of Skylands. But if you're trying to, like, have that matchup be good, I still think commune might be better just because it's so cheap. And it turns your cruises back on through Go Blank, which is really, really, really appealing to me. Like, it just puts 5 cards in the graveyard immediately, so someone can just Go Blank you, and then you can just go commune cruise and brush it off. I did not even pay attention, so it's a mirror. Probably. I'm okay with this hand in the mirror. It's not like a fast combo hand, but it's a turn 3 Omnath. On the play. It's probably decent. They can just change the rocks it, but... Okay, we don't have too much else going on. They have 4 Chain of the Rocks. It's the only way to deal with it, I think, game 1. The post-board games are going to be weird. It's probably just going to come down to who draws more mystical disputes. But maybe that means that dispute is bad. Like, if that's the most important thing and we're both... Yeah, it's annoying. And we're both doing it, might end up not actually... Like, if we're both slowing each other down, that's a good draw. I keep, like, thinking and trying to talk, and it's not working in my favor. I guess I can just passage. I could also... don't think it really matters, because the only card I can find that I can actually play is Opt. So we'll just wait. See what they do. Sure. Am I giving up a mana? This is just, it's free, right? If I wait on my turn. So I just need some spells. Okay, well, feels like a coin flip matchup, so I'll take winning the coin flip. Got this wear tear. Fry kills Omnath. Does that matter? Probably not. I think I want to escape. Okay, if the most important card is Mystical Dispute, what does that mean I should prioritize? Caryatid is great. I don't know if I'm supposed to go full on combo. And maybe Omnath is actually just not that good, because it's a 4-mana sorcery speed play versus Mystical Dispute. This is mana priority. So they could have their own trackers and Monastery Mentor. So Fry is just better than this, except for this. So this is an instant. This I can cast when they don't have a creature to trigger Ascendency. This kills Tracker. This would kill Mentor. This kills Omnath. I think I like my sideboard plan. Leaving all the combo stuff, leaving all the mana stuff. Trim on the stuff that's bad versus a dispute, and then add all mana action. Trimmer Cruise. I don't even know if Trimmer Cruise is good, but... I don't know how I want to mulligan. I think I'm just not going to mulligan aggressively. I think that's probably not a good idea. Like, really bad hands I can mulligan, but most of my hands are just going to be like cantrips with stuff. So I can get Plains and then Stomping Ground out the Caryatid. Yeah, being on the play seems pretty important. It matters if this gets countered. don't think there's a reason to play the passage. Should be able to just resolve this and have it. Okay, they drew double tap land. That's nice for me. If they have like triple tap land. I might just get to resolve an Omnath or an Ascendency, depending on what I want. Tap land? Okay. This is very good for me. I think I just Omnath. Because if they don't answer it, I get the Ascendancy probably. This could get maybe a little bit hairy. They answer it and have counterspell, but it's just exclamation point SR. I think I have to open it up. Fucking idiot. Try it again. Is this fucking stupid sea shanties, Jordan? Okay, whatever. Alright. I'm just over here slow rolling my opponent. Okay, blue and white. What are you listening to? That's pretty pogged, actually. This is not fun to listen to. It's like kind of badass, but it's not very enjoyable. Alright. So I can iterate again, right? But if I iterate again, what happens? I think I'm just supposed to gust this. And then have veto up. Wait, did I have lethal? Fuck me. Fuck me. Did I have lethal? So this gives me one here. It gives me 2. Then these are free. Shit. Whatever. I think I fucked up. I think I could have killed him. I think I'm probably fine. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I'm doing anything. There's just pirate music in my ear. What the fuck do I want? I don't need this. I think I'm still fine. Even if they deal with this. Oh. It's just a song request battle. Alright, I'm down. Okay. I could have done that better. It didn't matter. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so we played a mirror where it felt like I just won the coin flip for the most part. I don't know if I did anything better than my opponent. Maybe they should have mulliganed different hands. It didn't really seem like that. It just seemed like it's probably a somewhat degenerate mirror match. I think I like my sideboard strategy. I don't think it was relevant again because they just had all tap lands and I had a really good draw. But yeah, this deck's powerful. It plays a lot of good cards, but it's clunky. I'm trying to think of what I would think would be a bad matchup. I guess just control decks. Which is probably a pretty good place to be, because like if red-black is relevant and you think that this matchup is close, like I think you're probably a little favored. I keep saying that. I know. I'll shut up. But red-black probably destroys control. It might just make it so you can't play control decks because you're just mono Croxes. It's not like Supreme Verdict or Fatal Push plus counterspells is regularly going to beat that. Plus, like a lot of the control decks are just going to lose to Thoughtseize Arcanist. Unless they're rest in peace decks. So. Alright, we're learning. I'm understanding the metagame more. This deck, I think, is decent. What would I change? I think I liked the fact that I changed the escape into the commune. I think it's good. I stole a mana base. I'm terrible at making mana bases. This mana base was awesome. I had no complaints. I'm sure it could be improved upon. These 4-color mana bases are pretty hard to build. They're complex. Some people play 2 of these. I think I like 3. The fact that I just murdered 2 people by just hard casting this was actually impressive. Like Omnath just gave me so much mana that I just played this and it was like 20 damage. So I like my main deck. The sideboard was good. I could maybe if you really want to increase the odds you beat the red-black deck, add a 3rd cage. The Fry, I don't even know what this Fry is for. Is there some card that you really want Fry against? Bro, I don't even know how to fucking... I don't know what... Does anyone... Can you guys that are song requesting explain to me... why... I guess it's an overlay. It kind of makes me want... I was going to stream another league, but I kind of just want to stop and pick up tomorrow. Alright, let's at least figure out what deck we're going to play next. Because I think this deck is good. I don't have anything profound to say about it or any improvements. I think it's just probably working on the sideboard. And then figuring out like a card here or there and a land here or there. But I liked the 4 main deck Omnaths. When I saw these lists, I thought to myself, maybe they're not supposed to play all 4. But the card's just great. It's so powerful. And you're already playing a bunch of ways to cast it on turn 3, so... This deck seems legit. And I get why people are main decking Go Blink, kind of. It's actually really good versus what you're trying to do. So...